Hey guys, Dutchy here, bringing you yet again some more Stormgate action. In this series, it's a series of three that we've got here, 3 games between Refresh and Fatalbunny. So we'll make it a best of 3 here, and it's 0-0 right now. Fatal's asking if it's J. It is not J. This right here in the blue, in the bottom left, is Refresh. And in the top right, we've got Fatalbunny as the Celestial. Now, Fatalbunny is probably more of an Infernal main, but he has not been. I don't know what his current stance is. For a while he wasn't happy with Infernal, but I don't think he's unhappy with Infernal. He's just choosing to play Celestial lately. So that's cool. I like Celestial as well, so it's fun to see when other players play it. You get a cool perspective of different things you can do, right? Because everybody plays different. Anyway, we've got Refresh here with a fast expand, and we've got Fatal here with his own fast expand, going up to 11. Let's see, will he start a chamber first or go collection array? Okay, good. Chamber first is right. Collection array is a gamble. You can die to damn near any cheese, because a collection array, it power blocks you, and that means you wouldn't be able to build your creation chamber until you either build a power node and then the chamber, or you wait for your second arc ship to get done. It's just a really long time to wait, and you will get punished by like turret rush or maybe an early lancer. So yeah, anyway, here we go. What do we got? Just the 1 barracks. Getting some gas. So this looks pretty standard. My guess is EXO opener from what I'm seeing. Meanwhile, we got Fatal with a scanner on the map and another scanner on the way. And there's a dog coming out. So 2 dogs, 2 scanners. 2 cats, 2 dogs. Dog sees cat. Dog misses cat. Dog goes in base. Cat is in base being chased by dog. So just kind of a scoutish opener from both players. Interesting. This scanner popping on these rocks. And Fatalbunny getting away here as well, getting on that. Now we've got this dog in the base. It's not going to do anything. They don't do much damage. It's just scouting. But seeing this many dogs would make me think maybe we're going to see some hogs. But we see the kinetic lab, so that's got to mean that exos are coming next. Interesting. So this is going to be a pretty fast third base already. So let's see, what is this? This is a 2 barracks biokinetics lab into 3 base. That is, I don't think I've ever seen that one before. I've always seen 3 into 3 barracks, but maybe not. Maybe this is the newest, latest, and greatest. So we've got here Prism going down to the dogs. All right, it's 1 Prism. Forced him to pull off there. So somehow, some way, I really think that this Gray Slide node could have, or this could have been adjudicator node a long time ago. I wonder if Fatal was just being a little greedy, because those dogs should never, or did they get in and they just... I wasn't watching closely. Maybe it was a Gray Slide adjudicated node and it survived, but I have a feeling it wasn't. The dog just survived. But anyway, we got 2 more barracks going down, and quick draw hustle for the EXO being researched. We've got the rollout and Kreese being researched by Fatal. So yeah, there we go. Let's see. 3 base. So I'd say Refresh has a macro advantage, but I think Fatal has good tech versus these Exos, because Kree rollout is good versus Exo. And he's got it already. Now he's getting the scanner tags, which nerfs the armor of units, so that'll help if there's Lancers. The Kree will still do pretty good versus the Lancer. It'll also help if there's a Vulcan. It helps against everything, but it helps the most against those units that are kind of relying on their armor, like Lancers do. Take that away, and they're pretty weak. Alright. We've got these Kree. We do see Refresh moving out to challenge it. This is a solid stream of Exos, 5 in production. He's got the Scout Pounce being researched. He really likes his dogs in Exo. I can never ever get proper value out of my dogs, but maybe I need to practice more. I go kinetic redirect, but I guess kinetic redirect is not as good. I don't know. We will see. So it's hard to take these Stormgates with Kree, because the Kree aren't very good at killing Stormgate. He's gonna have to kill these Exos, or Refresh just gets this. Yeah. Here we go. These Kree are rolling in. Okay, decent splits here, but the Kree, I think, are just too plentiful. And not every one of these Exos are microed perfectly. It's impossible. There's like 10 of them. But that does mean that even the Kree will beat him in a head-on fight. It's where the Kree lose at getting kited. So there was enough Exo Kree there to overpower the splits from the Exos. I think those Exos were just dead in the water, though, because if they would have just tried to run and kite as a group, the same thing would have happened. And that's what I meant when I said earlier I liked Fatal's tech. I felt the tech was good versus the tech we were seeing from Refresh. Game is far from over, but there's a 30 supply lead as a result of that. And I'm seeing little to no Exos. At the same time, are these workers... Okay, so a couple workers are dying. Kree are starting to die. They got the little explosion after death, but the SCVs or the servos avoided standing on that. There's still a solid stream of Exos, god damn it, Kree rolling across the map. I don't see any Exo. There's like one Exo. There's an Argent. I don't even know if that was on purpose. I think it was an accidental Argent. I'd quit out of shame if I built an Argent, though. Just kidding. So let's see. Okay. Just taking stock of the number of Exos. I'm really only seeing like 3, but there's not that many Kree here. So I think Fatal's probably gonna... Well, I thought he was gonna pull back for a second, but he's still catching stragglers. Oh, look at that. Look at that little... That is such crazy SimCity. What? Units slip through that? That's crazy. Okay, that's really good to know. Okay, over here we've got these Kree getting chased down by Exos yet again, and some of these guys are getting tagged, so if that's not the one taking damage, but man, when it does, god damn, that Kree did so much to it. There's the Vulcan. These Kree are finally held, or their time is short on this Earth. It was like, Kree just do nothing. The armor shred helps from the scanners, but it's not enough. So there we go. Refresh finally stabilizing. He's down by only about 10 supply. Not bad at all, considering. But Fatal was doing a good job macroing during that and got his 4th base going here, while Refresh is sitting on 3, and a lot of this was not mining and taking damage. So it really comes down to how they transition out of this stage of the game. You can do a lot of damage, but if you didn't spend well or you didn't progress your tech well, then you're still in trouble. So let's take a look. We do see Heaven Step being researched at 8 minutes. So finally some Argent upgrades are happening. Maybe Fatal's thinking, there could be a Hurricane or maybe some air units that I'm going to want a couple Argent for, right? He's probably thinking that stage of the game has more, it's more than possible to handle. So a scanner was perched here and it did just die. So it's unfortunate that Fatal's lost that, because that's been very helpful. This scanner getting caught out. This is kind of an awkward situation. Again, this Vulcan, especially if it gets a nanoswarm and there's another Vulcan, these Kree cannot fight this army head-on anymore. There's no way. So what is the tech transition going to be? We see Carnivex. That makes sense. And we're seeing another... So is Tier 3 on the way? Because there's a second creation... Guardian Nexus, excuse me. I can't talk today. Second Guardian Nexus going down. But I'm looking and I'm not seeing... There it is. Arc Station, but no Arc Fortress yet. I wonder if that's a mistake. Because when you get that second creation chamber, you're definitely getting it for the... So you can double... See, there's the one here on the left. There's one here on the right. And you do that so you can spam upgrades. But I guarantee you he meant to start this. I would always put money on it. I've been there. So, Refresh has a chance. I thought it was going to be pretty much a win for Fatal, but not starting that Tier 3 is... I have it selected, so I'm waiting for it to start. We can see it in the bottom right. It hasn't yet. Because otherwise, Fatal was just in an excellent position. Still hasn't started it. Yeah, I can almost guarantee he meant to start it at one point, and it didn't. And he thought he had started. See, now there he goes. I guarantee you. And there's no way to speed that up either. It's a slow upgrade. it hurts. Because he had the advantage to do it. Luminite mine enemy. Wish it would tell me how much is left.
Stormgate will activate soon.
If I click on one of these, will it? No, I can't even click on it. This one? No, it just won't show me the number. That's too bad. Usually around the 10-minute mark this runs out though. A supply lead of about 40 in Fatal's favor, but just not having that tier 3 is devastating. Because it means there was no Archangels, right? It means there's no Navi. It means there's no tier 3 upgrades on his Carnivex or his Argent. Carnivex at tier 3 are a lot different than Carnivex without tier 3. So, and let's see, we've got Survival Protocol and Hurricanes on the way. Okay, so now the upgrades are going. I'd almost guarantee they're being chronoed. They're not being chronoed. That's unfortunate. Or surged is what I'm trying to say. We've got the Arc Fortress here. It's part of the battle, getting ready to use some Purifies. Navi being built. We see Longshot Module, Sovereign's Decree. What the hell is this one called? Radiant Fury. And the Chrono Shell for Carnivex all being researched. None of it's ready yet. And I keep calling that out because this fight, right? The longer this goes without those upgrades, so I'm really hoping Fatal doesn't overcommit before these upgrades are done. If they had been done, he might have been able to push refresh off of this. Carnivex stuck back here doing nothing. Okay, the upgrades are finally done. The Stormgate is done, so it's not aggroing anymore. We've got a Hurricane. Bombing run misses almost entirely. It's a return to hangar situation. See how much everything changed when those tier 3 upgrades came online for Fatal? It was a completely different situation. This Hurricane could hit the bombing run of the century here. Ooh, and there goes the split of the dash on the Argent. So the Argents can't dash to separate anymore. Where's the bombing run? Are there no ships? The Nanoswarm keeping this Hurricane alive because that, is what they do. We have this Atlas set back here putting in work. Dude, this Atlas. Okay, missed that time. Sag. Alright. Okay, that smashed the Carnivex. Bombing run incoming? There it is. A single bomber, that's it. He just hasn't built bombers yet. So this Atlas, okay, the Carnivex are starting to die. We do have the Navi. Well, it's out of energy though. I was going to say, are we going to see a Sovereign's Decree? That'd be really cool. This is a very, very low number of units. Oh man. Fatal trying to get away, but I don't think he has the upgrade on the Sabers, or he definitely would have gotten away. Now the Bio is on top of him, and there's no... Oh man, I think Refresh has caught Fatal here. It was just enough time because of those tier 3 upgrades being delayed, but at the same time being pushed back. These Navi definitely want energy, so they can do Sovereign's Decree on the Hurricane. That's when they lock on, and they do 300 damage per shot, I think. I forget what the exact number is. But when they do a lock on, you'll see a little red laser on the target, and then they'll shoot like a big blast at it after a couple of seconds. Let's see, do we see it? Let's see. We get a lock on. There it is. There's it. Those little lasers there. Boom, boom. See that? It got chunked by those Navi. That was awesome. So seeing the Sovereign's Decree in action makes me very happy. Very good use of it right there. It's exactly what it's for. That or dragons or archangels, those are the air targets, and it's good to use it to snipe, really like a medevac that's doing the Atlas drop. Like, it's really meant as that anti-air. Let's see, we got Navi here. They don't have much energy this time though. Oh no, and there come the bombing runs. The ground army's getting obliterated. Refresh has so much stuff. These Navi just don't have energy. Maybe a Purify, the Arc Fortress could purify them and give them the energy they need. I don't think Fatal has thought of that though, but maybe he'll watch this cast and he'll know to do it. There it is. Now he's doing it. because he definitely could have done that before and he would have had it, but I make the same type of mistake, so no judgment. So let's see though, backing up, I'm loving these Navis kind of in the situation. Here's the Sentinel. Sentinel's really good because they can stasis a Navi before that little lock-on from the red laser finishes, and they'll disrupt the big blast from being shot. Now the Navi can shoot directly at the Sentinel and kill them, but the Sentinel can stasis them, so it becomes this really cool like dynamic between those two units. I think it's really, really cool. Because that Navi ability can only be targeted on air units, right? You can lift units with the gravity flux from Cabal, and then while the unit's in the air, you can do it, but it's kind of probably not going to be like something you see a ton. And this is a crazy game, man. Okay, the Atlas shot's big. Those are really well-positioned Atlas. Ooh, getting some good hits there. And then the Plasma Arc Infusion is that little sizzle. See that? It stays on the ground right there, a little lightning looking. At the same time, it did get overrun again. Fatal is just so far ahead on supply. Has Fatal just been able to stabilize enough? This game's going back and forth. There are Prisms here competing with Servos. A bunch of towers being built. I think he's trying to say, look, man, I got this. I can build a wall of towers as I'm attacking. I'm in that kind of position. I want to see some Sovereign's Decree maybe on that thing. That'd be cool. I love the little lock-on sound and then the effect. Let's see. Okay, return to hangar. That was weird. It kind of... Oh, it got hit by the scanner tag and stunned it for a second. That was weird. I was like, what stopped that unit? Let's see. What are the Navi doing? Just sitting in back. These Carnivex are beefier than hell, just pushing the bio back. Towers being built, buildings being built. Fatal feels like he's got it. He is way ahead. He's at max supply. He knows it. Command or refresh says GG. Well done, Fatal. Game 1 of the best of 3 here goes to Fatal. On to game 2. Okay, here we go. This is game 2 of the best of 3. Of Fatalbunny versus Refresh. Fatal won the last game, and Fatal is now asking why Refresh is so Gosu. Well, Gosu is what Gosu is, and oh, he says no good. He's always too humble. He's always too humble. All right. In the bottom left, we have sell bad race, he says. I don't know. I don't know if I agree. In the bottom left, we've got Command here as Vanguard. In the top right, we've got Celestial. Let's go. Fast Expand here from Refresh. Fast Expand here from Fatalbunny. We've seen this a lot. Players tend to do this, but I'm always curious, when do they start building a barracks? Do they wait for the command post to finish? Do they pull off? Like right now, he could build, see, there you go. He Refresh builds it. He pulls off to build it before the command center finishes, and then these guys will all go to Luminite Mine after. This will probably be a dog first. There we go, dog, and then there's going to be, yeah, at 8. They start going to the Ethereum, and then they get a biokinetics lab, more barracks, and a third base usually. Jay will stay on 2 bases and get like 5 or 6 barracks. I've seen a little bit of variety. He'll probably correct me if I'm misspeaking, but I'm pretty sure I've seen a little bit of a variety there. I've seen 5, I've seen 6. I don't think I've seen 7. So this right here is the biokinetics and barracks. So there you go. Let's see. Refresh did last game with a 2 barracks and then grabbed a 3rd. So I guess if you're going to look for that early 3rd, you do 2 barracks. Oh, never mind, I take it back. There's a 3rd barracks going down. So this time it is 2 base, 3 barracks biokinetics, which I think is the most standard way to play. And there's a reason for that. It just works well. Good economy, good units, good comp diversity, Lancer, Medtech, Exo. Nice variety for the early stages of the game for sure. Some more dogs here. Refresh really likes his dogs, especially in this matchup. 3 arc ships fast, and also a fast guardian deck. This is going to be Kree again for sure. You would never get a Guardian Nexus this fast if you were doing Argent. You would get your second and third chamber first if you were doing Argent. But also notice there's no, like, there's one Argent in production, not really anymore. We've got a little bit of this gas here. You only need 50 gas to start the Kree rollout. Let's see it. There it is, Kree rollout on the way. And Kree being produced. Now let's see. Staying on 2 bases a little longer this game, which makes sense because he has 3 barracks that he's spending his money on. So he's spending faster than if he had 2 barracks. And if you're spending faster, it's hard to build up enough money to take that third compared to if you have 2 barracks and you're spending with them. You'll get enough money for your third base a little quicker. So I think very soon we will see that. They'll see how the resources are starting to build up. We're going to see an overcharge and a third base being taken because we would have seen the 4th and 5th barracks by now if it was going to be a 5 barracks. So very soon Refresh will expand and take a third here. Meanwhile, Fatalbunny is floating over to do that for his own. He's got 2 bases fully saturated on Therium, Luminite, 1 Therium patch fully saturated. He's over here. He's keeping these here to keep saturating the Therium. Exo opener into, well, that's a lot of Lancers back here, Refresh. And here we go, that third I was talking about is starting to happen. Are these overcharged? They're not even overcharged. Is that a mistake? He has the energy. I wonder if that was a mistake. That sucks. That's going to build a lot slower. Maybe it's on purpose and there's something I'm missing, but I have a feeling that was an accident. Okay, nice use of the Lancers, not letting the Kree get the surround on the Exos. We have this beefed up Exo. This does seem like it's a good fight for Refresh. Just the right units were connecting with the right units for him. Man, that tower back there is doing damage. Alright, let's go. He's going for it. He's like, I gotta kill that thing. Oh, it does go down. For a second I thought he wasn't gonna finish it. Okay, Prism's being pulled. These Lancers are gonna pop. Man, they were low health. Good pull. That was a really well-timed pull. Fatal staying ahead on supply by 7, but he did lose a couple workers there for sure. Refresh has about the same amount of workers. Now I think there's more prisms. Yeah, there's more prisms than servos right now. So, that means Fatal does have a bit of a lead. Will the lead translate into... translate into a dub or no? Alright, let's see. Fatal ahead by about 8 supply. Expanding forward is Refresh. Expanding to this little side pocket base is Fatal. That's a weird ass base, man. Two Lancers almost going down for free there. Four Lancers going down for free. Being pushed back by Fatal. Fatal just coming in strong here with this Argent. Okay, so that hurt. The Vulcan does get caught, but man, it took a lot of units down before. I think this is an overcommit. Man, that is a lot of Vulcan. That is most certainly going to do the trick. I love that. That is super cool to see. I need to get better about understanding exactly when I need to pop some Vulcans, because Sabers are going to come out soon and they will obliterate. Like if the opponent went Starforce, they could go Saber and obliterate these Vulcans. But right now the Vulcans are definitely king. Like there's no way this group of units can handle these Vulcans. There's no way. What is he building with it? He's switching to mech. Very cool. He's just doing a full-on switch to mech here. I love that, because I do think mech late game is really good. You need it for the ability to take down the Archangels, I think. I think mech is just a must. So this is a crazy fight. These Kree aren't able to get in position. The ground on this texture is kind of making my eyes go cross-eyed. I think there's a flank being set up here, but a flank is not going to be enough. Maybe, oh, he's looking to do harass instead. Much better choice. He's in there. The servos are getting pulled. There is a repair tower. I don't think really any servos are going to die, but it is an awkward situation. Refresh won the Stormgate, but hasn't claimed the reward yet. It looks like Fatal's trying to sit there and capture that. Meanwhile, he keeps diving deeper with the Kree. There's the reward. They are the slimes. The 2 of the slimes go down. 3 of the slimes are about to go down. They don't kill more than an Argent or 2. So very nicely done by Fatal. I would run back and get these units healed up, though. I would definitely go back, but maybe he's like, I got enough. I'm not worried about it. But this to me seems like an army you bring back to, like, yeah, right here. And you get these Carnifex back up to full health. They're healing the wrong units. And Refresh knows I cannot sit idle and do nothing. I need to finish the job on these low health units. But he's not going to be able to, I don't think. I think the Carnifex here will do a good enough job versus these Vulcans. Vulcans dashing forward there was pretty cool though. Boy, the Armor Shred really helping the Carnifex and the Argent chew through these Vulcans and stuff. But does this Vulcan survive the Carnifex? No, the Carnifex gets it. That was awesome. And let's see. Boy, this is starting to look like Fatal's got another win in the bag here. System Shock is on the way. We don't have Heaven Step yet, though. So it's kind of an interesting situation. This is an Arc Station, not an Arc Fortress. What? Now this is lifted. I wonder if he knows this is an Arc Station, because it's not an Arc Fortress. And you usually don't want to bring this. Oh my word. He kind of did this last game too. But we've got the tier 3 Hog. I think Refresh is going to take this, you guys. I'm just going to call it now. Getting the tier 3 Hogs like this is too good if you don't have tier 3 anything with Celestial, which he's not gonna. This Arc Station is tier 2. That means no Carnifex upgrade, no Argent upgrade. Argent doesn't even have Heaven Step this game. This is a bad spot to be in. Ooh, for a second I thought that was going, but he doesn't have the... If those Hogs were tier 3, that thing, I don't know, it probably still lives. But it would have been close. It may have died. Because the Hog tier 3, here it is. Every attack, every one of the weapon attacks, like every little rocket, reduces the armor of 3. Crazy. Actually, it is 3 stacks of armor shred that each reduce the armor of the target by 1. And can stack up to 75 times, whatever. Okay. Stormcaller. I don't use that very much. I never seem to do it right. Skill issue. It's a very, very strong upgrade. I mean, it's ability. You're pretty much casting a giant tornado into your enemy's base, and there's no way they can push into it. It pretty much pushes back an enemy army. Evac here. What's that about? Is there Atlas? Yeah, okay, there's Atlas coming. Okay, the Hogs here, they are going to get caught up here, but it sort of catches Fatalbunny as well. Now, this is where these Hogs, with this armor shred, are going to do crazy. Look, there's negative 50 armor on there. There comes the Stormcaller. Oh my god, he catches the army up here with it. That was brilliant. Now it all makes sense. Because, like, this army is now cornered by the Stormgate. Oh, I mean, where's that thing going? Other way, other way. There you go. Look at that. My God almighty. That might be one of the strongest storm usage I've ever seen. The Stormcaller. This thing is absolutely melting. Yeah, I mean, that army got obliterated, dude. That was crazy. I love this Vulcan comp in this. That's just really cool to see. The Argents here are not going to be enough. We've got Nano Swarm. We see servos coming here. What? Are they going to just steal this base from him? That's the most alpha shit I've ever seen. Alright, so we got the evac snagging the, and it's just about got its movement speed with 2 more promos smacked into it. That thing's gonna fly, but this is super strong. I gotta see, does he have the, he does, he's got Plasma Arc Infusion, so these are fully, you know, fully ready Atlas. They do that sizzle, it's just incredible how much that does. Units that run through it, it's like a mini Dark Prophecy. Honestly, look at that. Just bump bump. The damage from the Atlas is better than Dark Prophecy, but the little after effect is incredible. I don't see any Cabal either, so this thing isn't going to get pulled out of the sky. I just don't see a way that Fatal handles this, because he's going to be running through chokes. He doesn't have the upgrades he wants to have. He's just going to have to base trade, right? Or like try to catch, yeah, like this. Try to catch a flank. Refresh sees it, he backs up, he's not worried about it. So over here, these Atlas are, I mean, Jesus, this is a strong army. It's super cool to see all these Vulcan. Here come the Carnifex flank. The evac can't quite save that Atlas. What happened to the other? Oh, there they are. The Atlas are back there. Man, these Carnifex die a lot easier with the Armor Shred. At the same time, then here comes the Arc Fortress doing the Purify, which wipes that off of them, I think. I think it cleanses the armor stacks. That was pretty sweet play by Fatal. Nice hold in the end. I think the damage has been done, but I gotta be honest, I didn't think he'd even be able to clear it out. These Atlas shots, though, are just crazy strong. Oh my god. That'll never not be amazing. Like, it's so entertaining to watch those shots. I mean, that's just... If the Atlas can get hits like that, it's got it. Fatal knows it. GG, well played. All right, we got ourselves a 1-1 of this best of 3. We're going to game 3. Let's see who will win. All right, here we go. Game 3 of the best of 3 between these two players. They are each at 1 win. We've got Fatal Bunny as Celestial in the top left. We've got Refresh as the Vanguard in the bottom right. So far, it's been Fast Expand against Fast Expand every game. What in the hell? He started a collection array and power blocks himself by doing it, right? Yup. What is this? He just knows he's not getting rushed? Like, this is just a gamble, right? I'm fascinated by it. This is there's no way. I mean, it's definitely a like, I don't know. This is a gamble. I mean, it looks like it's going to pay off in dividends, but it's... If this was a Barracks first, Lancer first, this is trouble. Because this can't even turn into Adjudicator yet. This is just so he can do a Creation Chamber, I think. Fatal saying lag, Refreshing no lag. Kind of curious where this was being hosted, which server. So there we go. It's double surge. This is such a wacky build. So let's see, 6, 14. So Argents, that's a funny looking node for some reason. Turning into a Energizer node, okay. Charge up the Argents. So looking like Bio from Refresh. Habitat. So is this the 3 barracks into a 3rd base, and then the barracks just kind of are there to produce medtechs instead? And you go mech? That seems hard. Hard. There's 6 workers there. No Guardian Nexus. Oh, there it is.
A Stormgate will activate soon.
So interested in what this build is. Refresh getting the scout of all scouts with his scouts. Stays away from the Argents. Has this second way in so he can escape. I've heard some players like want that to be blocked off again.
A Stormgate has appeared.
Because it's like, it's hard to defend this and all of that. It's huge, because if you can get in. You could wall it yourself, but it's awkward. That's a lot of Argents. Weird. Exo running for dear life. Okay, so this does look like Fatal will take it. Refresh might be able to push him back, I guess, because I don't see any reinforcements coming yet. So I do think this is all the Argents we're gonna see for a little while, because Kree are next on the menu. So yeah, Refresh can definitely push him off here, no? Oh, here come the Kree. Okay, so the Argent probably wouldn't win this, but when these Kree show up and they're gonna have their rollout, they're gonna one-shot these Exo, yeah. Like, boop, there's one, and there's the other. Maybe not one-shot, but I meant the low-health ones. These Exos, though, kiting back into the Void Heart Shrine, which heals and provides energy. It's very, very strong. Those, if you ever see those on a map, you definitely want to use them if you can. Crazy strong. Argents get a lot of value out of them. They get health and energy. Okay, so nobody gets the first Stormgate. Refresh has the later 3rd. 5 barracks this time, so that's the difference. He did something different every game. In this game, it was 5 barracks. First game, it was 2 barracks, quick 3rd. Second game was 3 barracks into a 3rd, switching into mech with Vulcans, which was my favorite choice of all the games that we've seen. And then this game, it's 5 barracks into a delayed 3rd. I like that mech transition. That was so cool in game 2. That was just amazing. Meanwhile, we've got Fatal doing his patent creation chamber heavy style. He does seem to like this. I think some other players do too. I definitely do too. Oh, those Exos. Poor Exos. Run. Oof. There's a roll 8. Oh. Okay, these Exos men are getting clawed. And rolling away. Sitting in the Void Heart Shrine. He's going to want to pull these back. Yeah, the Exo wanted that. Got away with it though. Still alive. Starting to get health back. You can see the health down here. It's a pretty quick rate of regen. I think it's good. If they regen slow, then why even be on the map? Like, if they regen slow, it's just not even worth it. They should definitely help negate things like Curse and Nano Swarm and just dot damage stuff. Otherwise, it's just silly. What I'm trying to say is I like their current strength a lot. I think it's very appropriate. We just map makers just have to make sure we don't put them too close to certain bases. The Void Heart Shrine's crazy. The other ones are okay. The energy and the health one are not as impressive. But the Void Heart Shrine is crazy. Man, these poor bio just getting outnumbered here. There's like a 60 supply lead for Fatal. I mean, there's just... And you know, these run-bys with these Creeds in here have been doing good damage. Sorry, I haven't been showing them that much. I need to start looking at the mini-map more frequently when I'm casting. So these Kree are going to get wiped out, not without taking down a few servos. We did see that these workers had to be pulled. A good number of Kree died, but maintaining an advantage. Now, he had like a 60 advantage. Now it's about a 30 advantage. So, Refresh cutting into that lead, but Fatal was able to do damage, and he was able to get the Stormgate. Now, we're seeing Vulcans, but they are so much later than last game. And we've got Tier 3, and remember, I think Fatal accidentally forgot his Tier 3 altogether. Arc Station, alright. This is the one. I could feel it this game. He's going to get it right. He's going to upgrade that to an Arc Fortress soon. His Arc, his Ascension Matrix is done. So he definitely has the tech progression for going to it. Sensor drone going out here, which is funny because the units are here too. So I'm a little surprised to see that sensor drone. Let's see. One Judicator node goes down, but being pushed back by the Argent and the scanner tag. Now, this actually feels like a small army. Where's the rest of Fatal's stuff? The Vulcan here, man, is gonna do work. Let's see, the Vulcan's got about half. Oh yeah, that Vulcan's crushing it. Too bad there's no Nano Swarm available. That's what he really wants. Carnivex show up. Okay, here we go. That's where the army was. It was in production, waiting for the Carnivex switch. Carnivex do a great job versus Vulcans. Very, very strong versus Vulcans. If they can get to the Vulcans. That's the tricky part. So Fatal continuing to stay ahead. This time about 40 supply. Taking bases. We see Refresh making a move on this far left base here. Going around to be able to use the Void Heart Shrine if he needs to. Okay, so he sees these prisms undefended. I'm looking on the map. We see these Kree here. Very low health Kree. I would love to see them go to a Void Heart Shrine. The Lancers here getting in and killing some prisms for sure. But that is it for those Lancers. They were not long for this life. I mean, I know why Fatal's keeping these here. He really wants to deny the expansion. Even if these Kree die, he wants to kill the service that go to expand here. Speak of the devil, we see an overcharge. Do we see... Okay, so lots of sentry posts. I think that means he's not even going to go for this Stormgate. He's just saying, you can have it, but I'm going to have a defensive setup. No, he's going for it. He's going for it.
Enemy forces
We know Fatal is. Here comes Refresh coming this way. It's a long way to go. This divide on the map is gigantic. I do love this map though. It's very open, got good areas to fight. It's one of my favorites. One of my favorite maps in the whole game, for sure. Okay, so we see the Carnivex kind of running into an aggro situation. Okay, here we got the Purify on that, helping the Carnivex out. The evac does pick up, but did the evac just get stunned by the scanner tag again? Okay, so dropping the Atlas. My god, that Atlas is just killing everything. Oh my word. Carnivex alive with 2 health. The deep one was the Stormgate reward that was chosen. That was the tier 3 Stormgate. We've got these Kree over here doing that thing that I mentioned, keeping that expansion from going down. Meanwhile here, we've got this continuing to push forward. Fatal's at max supply. Refresh is most certainly not. This base does not get cancelled. Oh no. You know, adding insult to injury here. These Kree, right? We've been keeping our eye on them, and they are definitely making this pretty much a guaranteed win, because not only is Refresh getting pushed back off the map, he's not able to expand either. Kind of the worst of both worlds. Now we see these servos here. It looks like they're going to take this base instead, which, why not? Take whatever base you can get. Now we've got this evac. Ooh, but we have the Na'vi. Will we see a Sovereign's Decree take down the evac? We also have a deep one that does a lot of single target damage. So the tools are now there. The tools are there for Fatal to take care of these air units. He's got his tier 3 tech this game too. Let's see, do we see? No, I think we haven't seen the Na'vi do anything in particular. Do we see it now? Where I want to see the Sovereign's Decree on the evac with the Atlas. That would be awesome. Okay, was that hollow ground there? These Atlas are trying, man. Refresh his micro in the back. It's just, I just think the numbers are too big and we have this whole situation happening. So that base is not long for this world. There's no base here. I mean, there's no way Fatal loses this. I just don't see it, right? This alone will kill that. Refresh is sitting on 4 bases, not even, because this isn't mining and this isn't mining. So he's sitting on like damn near 2 bases. Down supply like no other. Let's see, I want to see these Na'vi do something, but they're just here looking pretty. Maybe they can do some Radiant Mantle, huh? Put it on the Carnivex. At this point, I would just turn on the autocast for Radiant Mantle. If you're this far ahead, just turn on that autocast and move in. There's not enough that's going to kill yourself. You can do Radiant Mantle on the deep one, too. That'd be really cool. Okay, wow, somehow, some way, Refresh is pushing Fatal back, but Fatal still has the supply lead. It's just not going to be enough. Let's see the Sovereign's Decree on this, please. I want to see it. It's so nice. Does he have the upgrade? Because that's the only reason this is like working, is this fucking Atlas drop. So I really wish that was just the focus and just bop that shit with the Sovereign's Decree. I think it's 1 or 2 Sovereign's Decree. Oh, it's got some promotion, so I think it's 2 Sovereign's Decree. Just Sovereign's Decree, Sovereign's Decree. Boop, boop. Let's see it. There's, oh, he tried, but the evac moved back out of range. You gotta move forward with it and do it. Okay, that one's going in for it. Nope, missing opportunity. There we go, Sovereign's Decree, boom, there you go, thank you. That was it. I knew it was coming, he just couldn't land it. And then he finally did. So that was kind of the last hope, because now these Atlas are not moving. They are sitting here on the ground. They are going to get killed by these Carnivex once the Carnivex get on top of them. We have these Na'vi here that are more or less going uncontested. There's the Radiant Mantle, beautiful on these Carnivex. These Carnivex are never going to die. The Radiant Mantle with them and this unit's defending it. I'm thinking we're going to see a GG here. Very nicely done by the Na'vi, eventually, by Fatal. Really showing how they can be used in the late game in a nice way, you know. Sovereign's Decree, being able to help versus the tank evac, and also using the Radiant Mantle here some more. That's why they're glowing gold like that. They've got the Radiant Mantle on these Carnivex and the Purify. These Carnivex are Crackovacs. They cannot fucking die anymore. They will never stop twitching. We got Sabers behind this, very nice. That should do it. I mean, it's just a matter of time. There we go. Refresh says GG, very nicely done. Fatal takes the series 2-1. And if this was just, this wasn't a tournament or anything, this was just games on the ladder, but I got sent 3 games, so I made it a best of 3. Maybe there were more games, I don't know. But thanks for sending me the games, guys. Very, very nice games. Thanks for watching, you guys. Hit like, hit subscribe. I will see you all later. Bye-bye.